Are you over 60 and wondering if it's too late to find love again? Maybe you've been alone for years after losing a spouse, going through a divorce, or simply never finding the right person. You're not alone in feeling uncertain about putting yourself out there, especially in today's digital world where online dating seems to dominate the landscape. The truth is, love doesn't have an expiration date, and millions of people over 60 are discovering meaningful relationships through online platforms every single day.
But here's what they don't tell you. Dating after 60 comes with unique challenges and risks that younger people simply don't face. Scammers specifically target older adults, fake profiles are everywhere, and the dating landscape has changed dramatically since you might have last been single. But don't let that discourage you.
With the right knowledge and approach, online dating after 60 can be not just safe, but incredibly rewarding. You have wisdom, life experience, and clarity about what you want that younger people lack. You know yourself better than ever before, and that's actually a huge advantage in finding a compatible partner. In this comprehensive guide, we're going to share 6 essential rules that will help you navigate online dating safely and successfully after 60. These aren't just theoretical suggestions, they're practical, proven strategies based on real experiences from people who have found love later in life, combined with expert advice from relationship counselors and online safety specialists. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap for approaching online dating with confidence, protecting yourself from common pitfalls, and maximizing your chances of finding a genuine, meaningful connection. We'll cover everything from choosing the right platforms to spotting red flags, from creating an authentic profile to having safe first meetings. Stay with us until the end, because we'll also share some surprising statistics about love after 60. That might just change how you think about your romantic future. The journey to finding love again starts with taking that first step. And today, you're going to learn exactly how to take it safely and smartly. Rule 1. Choose the right platform for your age and goals. Not all dating sites are created equal, especially when you're over 60. The platform you choose can make the difference between finding genuine connections and wasting months dealing with inappropriate matches or, worse, dangerous scammers. Let's talk about Sarah, a 64-year-old widow from Phoenix. After her husband passed away 3 years ago, she decided to try online dating. Her first mistake? She joined a popular app that her granddaughter recommended, one primarily used by people in their 20s and 30s. Sarah found herself overwhelmed by inappropriate messages, mismatched expectations, and a user interface that felt confusing and rushed. Then Sarah discovered senior-focused dating sites, designed specifically for people over 50. Suddenly, the entire experience changed. The other users understood her life stage, shared similar values, and were looking for the same type of meaningful relationship she sought. Here's what you need to know about choosing the right platform. First, consider age-specific dating sites like Our Time, Silver Singles, or eHarmony's senior section. These platforms attract users who are specifically interested in dating people in your age range, reducing the likelihood of encountering users with incompatible expectations. However, don't completely discount mainstream platforms like Match.com or eHarmony's general service. These sites have large user bases and sophisticated matching algorithms. The key is to be very clear in your profile about your age and what you're looking for. Free platforms versus paid platforms is another crucial consideration. While free sites like Plenty of Fish or OkCupid offer access to large user bases, they also tend to attract more casual users and, unfortunately, more scammers. Paid platforms create a barrier that often weeds out people who aren't serious about finding a relationship. Think about what type of relationship you want. Are you looking for companionship, a casual dating partner, or a serious long-term relationship potentially leading to marriage? Some platforms cater better to specific relationship goals. For example, eHarmony focuses on long-term compatibility, while sites like Our Time offer options for various types of connections. Also consider the user interface and ease of use. If you're not particularly tech-savvy, look for platforms with simple, intuitive designs. Many senior-focused sites prioritize user-friendly interfaces over flashy features that might be confusing. Don't feel pressured to join multiple sites immediately. Start with one platform that seems well-suited to your needs and goals. Give it at least a month or two to really understand how it works and whether it's attracting the type of people you want to meet. You can always expand to additional platforms later, once you've mastered the basics of online dating. Remember, the right platform for you might not be the right platform for your friend. Your location, interests, relationship goals, and comfort with technology all play roles in determining which site will work best. Take time to read reviews, maybe even try free trials where available, before committing to a paid subscription. Rule 2. Create an authentic and safe profile. Your dating profile is your first impression, and after 60, authenticity becomes more important than ever. You're not trying to appeal to everyone. You're trying to attract the right someone. This means being honest about who you are, while also protecting your safety and privacy. Let's start with photos, which are crucial for making a good first impression. Use recent photos that accurately represent how you look now, not how you looked 5 or 10 years ago. This might feel uncomfortable, especially if you feel self-conscious about aging. But remember that everyone your age is dealing with the same realities. Choose a variety of photos that show different aspects of your personality and lifestyle. Include a clear headshot as your main photo. This should be well lit and show you smiling. Add full-body shots, so potential matches have an accurate sense of your appearance. Include photos of you doing activities you enjoy, whether that's gardening, traveling, spending time with family, or pursuing hobbies. Avoid group photos where it's unclear which person you are, overly filtered or heavily edited photos, and photos that are more than 2 years old. Also, skip photos with your ex-spouse or partner, even if they've been cropped out. It sends the wrong message. When writing your profile description, focus on who you are now and what you're looking for in this stage of your life. Share your interests, values, and what brings you joy. Are you passionate about volunteering? Do you love cooking for others? Are you planning to travel more in retirement? These details help potential matches understand your lifestyle and whether you might be compatible. Be specific rather than generic. Instead of saying, "I love music," say, "I'm passionate about jazz and attend concerts at the local community center every month." Instead of, "I enjoy the outdoors," try, "I love morning walks in the park and tending to my vegetable garden." However, there are important safety considerations when creating your profile. Never include your full name, specific address, workplace, or other identifying information. Don't mention your financial status, whether you're wealthy or struggling. Scammers often target people they perceive as having money, but they may also target those they think are vulnerable due to financial difficulties. Be cautious about sharing information that reveals when you're away from home. like "I travel frequently" or "I spend winters in Florida." This information could be used by people with bad intentions. When describing what you're looking for in a partner, be honest but not so specific that you eliminate potentially good matches. Focus on character traits and values, rather than superficial characteristics. For example, "I'm looking for someone kind, honest, and who enjoys quiet evenings at home as much as occasional adventures," is better than "must be 6 feet tall, financially secure, and own his own home." Avoid negativity in your profile. Don't list what you don't want or complain about past relationships. Stay positive and focus on the future you want to create with someone special. Consider having a trusted friend or family member review your profile before you publish it. They might notice things you've overlooked or suggest improvements. Sometimes an outside perspective can help ensure your profile accurately reflects your best qualities while maintaining appropriate boundaries. Remember that your profile will evolve as you gain experience with online dating. Don't feel like you need to get it perfect immediately. You can update and refine it as you learn what works and what doesn't. Rule 3. Master the art of safe communication. Once you start connecting with potential matches, how you communicate can determine whether you build genuine connections or fall victim to scams and inappropriate behavior. Communication in online dating after 60 requires a blend of openness and caution that younger daters might not need to consider. The golden rule of initial online communication is to keep conversations on the dating platform until you've established trust. Scammers often try to move conversations to email, text, or phone calls quickly because it's harder for dating sites to monitor and protect you outside their platforms. When someone contacts you or when you're reaching out to others, pay attention to the quality and content of messages. Genuine people will reference specific things from your profile, ask thoughtful questions about your interests, and share relevant information about themselves. Generic messages like "Hey beautiful," or immediate compliments about your appearance without mentioning anything else about you are red flags. Let's talk about the conversation flow with legitimate matches. Good conversations should feel natural and balanced, with both people asking questions and sharing information. Be wary of anyone who seems overly eager to share dramatic personal stories right away, especially tales of recent tragedy, military deployment in foreign countries, or urgent financial needs. Ask open-ended questions that help you understand who this person really is. Instead of "Do you like to travel?" try "What's been your most memorable travel experience and why?" Instead of "Are you close to your family?" ask "How do you usually spend holidays?" These questions reveal character and lifestyle compatibility. Share information about yourself gradually and reciprocally. If someone asks about your interests, share them, but then ask about theirs. If they tell you about their career history, it's natural to share yours, but be cautious about sharing personal details too quickly, especially information about your living situation, financial status, or daily routines. Phone calls are an important step in getting to know someone, but timing matters. Don't rush into phone calls, but don't put them off indefinitely either. After exchanging several thoughtful messages over a week or two, suggesting a phone call is reasonable. Phone conversations can reveal a lot about someone's personality, communication style, and authenticity that text messages can't. During phone calls, listen carefully. Does their story remain consistent with what they've told you in messages? Do they ask questions about you? Or do they dominate the conversation? Are they willing to talk about everyday, mundane things, or do they only want to discuss dramatic topics or future plans? Be cautious about anyone who refuses to talk on the phone or video chat, always has excuses for why they can't call, or whose voice doesn't match what you expected based on their profile. While not everyone is comfortable with phone calls immediately, persistent avoidance can be a warning sign. Video calls, when you're ready for them, are even more revealing than phone calls. They help confirm that the person matches their photos and give you a better sense of their personality. However, don't feel pressured to do video calls before you're comfortable. Some legitimate people are camera shy or not tech savvy enough for video calling. Keep records of your communications, at least initially. This isn't about being suspicious of everyone, but rather about protecting yourself. If someone's story changes or you notice inconsistencies, being able to refer back to earlier messages can help clarify whether it's innocent forgetfulness or something more concerning.
Trust your instincts about communication patterns. If someone seems too interested too quickly, shares overly personal information right away, or makes you feel uncomfortable in any way, don't ignore those feelings. Genuine connections develop gradually, and healthy people respect appropriate boundaries.
Rule 4. Recognize and avoid common scams.
Unfortunately, people over 60 are disproportionately targeted by romance scammers who specifically prey on individuals seeking companionship and love.
Understanding the most common scam tactics can protect you from emotional and financial devastation. Romance scams typically follow predictable patterns. The scammer creates a fake profile using stolen photos of attractive people and crafted backgrounds designed to appeal to their targets. They quickly profess strong feelings, claim an instant connection, and begin building an emotional relationship with their victim. Let's look at some of the most common scam scenarios you need to watch for. The military deployment scam involves someone claiming to be in the armed forces, stationed overseas, unable to access their money, and facing some kind of emergency. The widower with a child scam features someone who lost their spouse, is raising a child alone, and needs help with unexpected expenses. The business traveler scam involves someone who travels internationally for work and gets stuck in a foreign country without access to funds. In all these scenarios, the end goal is the same: getting you to send money, gift cards, or personal financial information. The requests often start small, maybe help with a phone bill or grocery money, then escalate to larger amounts for supposed emergencies, travel expenses to come visit you, or investment opportunities. Here are the warning signs that should immediately raise red flags. First, they profess love very quickly, often within days or weeks of initial contact. Real relationships, especially at our age, typically develop more gradually. Second, they always have reasons why they can't meet in person. They're traveling, deployed, caring for a sick relative, or living in another city or country. Third, they ask for money, gift cards, or financial information, even if they claim it's a loan they'll pay back. Fourth, their photos look too good to be true, professional quality images that could be from modeling portfolios. Fifth, their messages are overly romantic and dramatic, often with grammar or phrasing that suggests English isn't their first language. Sixth, they refuse to talk on the phone or video chat, or always have technical problems when you try. Seventh, they know very little about their supposed local area, or have inconsistent details about their life story. Eighth, they try to move the conversation off the dating platform quickly to email or text. The emotional manipulation tactics scammers use are particularly sophisticated when targeting older adults. They may prey on loneliness, especially if you mention being widowed or divorced. They might exploit your nurturing instincts by sharing sob stories about sick children or elderly parents. They often create a sense of urgency around their supposed emergencies to pressure you into acting quickly without thinking things through. To protect yourself, never send money, gift cards, or personal financial information to someone you've met online, no matter how compelling their story. Don't share personal details that could be used for identity theft, like your full name, address, social security number, or financial account information. If something feels off about someone you're communicating with, trust that instinct. Do reverse image searches on their photos by saving them and uploading them to Google Images or TinEye. This can reveal if the photos are stolen from someone else's social media or professional portfolio. Ask specific questions about their life and location. Someone claiming to live in your city should be able to discuss local landmarks, weather, recent news, or common experiences. Be suspicious if they avoid these questions or give vague answers. If you suspect you're dealing with a scammer, stop all communication immediately. Report them to the dating platform and, if you've lost money, to your local police and the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Remember, legitimate people who are genuinely interested in you will never ask for money or financial help, especially in the early stages of getting to know each other. They'll be patient about meeting in person and won't pressure you to move the relationship faster than you're comfortable with. Rule 5. Plan safe first meetings. When you've been communicating with someone for a while and feel ready to meet in person, how you handle that first meeting is crucial for your safety. The excitement of potentially meeting someone special shouldn't override basic safety precautions. The timing of first meetings is important. Don't rush into meeting someone after just a few messages, but don't put it off indefinitely either. Generally, after 2 to 4 weeks of consistent, quality communication, including phone calls, it's reasonable to consider meeting if you're both interested. Always choose public places for first meetings. Coffee shops, restaurants, libraries, or community centers during busy times are ideal. Avoid meeting at your home, their home, or isolated locations like parks or beaches, especially for evening meetings. The goal is to be in places where there are plenty of other people around, and where you can easily leave if you feel uncomfortable. Daytime meetings are generally safer than evening meetings for first encounters. Lunch dates, coffee meetings, or afternoon activities give you natural time boundaries. And don't carry the same expectations that dinner dates might have. If the meeting goes well, you can always extend it or plan a longer second date. Transportation is a crucial safety consideration. Always drive yourself to first meetings or arrange your own transportation. Don't accept rides from your date, and don't let them pick you up at your home. This ensures you can leave whenever you want, and don't reveal your address. If you don't drive, consider taking a taxi or rideshare service, or ask a trusted friend or family member to drop you off and pick you up. Tell someone where you're going and who you're meeting. Share the person's profile information, photo, and contact details with a trusted friend or family member. Establish a check-in plan, maybe a text message halfway through the date, or a phone call afterward. Some people arrange for friends to call them during the date to provide an excuse to leave if needed. Carry a charged cell phone and keep it easily accessible. Consider sharing your location with a trusted contact through your phone's built-in features. Have a backup plan for getting home safely. If your original transportation falls through, plan activities that allow for easy conversation, but don't require long commitments. Coffee meetings can last 30 minutes or 3 hours, depending on how things go. Lunch has a natural endpoint when the meal is finished. Avoid activities like movies where you can't talk, or events that require advanced ticket purchases that might make you feel obligated to stay. Be aware of your alcohol consumption if you choose to meet somewhere that serves alcohol. Having a glass of wine with dinner is fine, but maintain your judgment and awareness. Some people use alcohol to lower others' inhibitions or decision-making abilities. Trust your instincts during the meeting. If something feels off, they look significantly different from their photos. Their personality seems completely different from their online communications. They make you uncomfortable in any way. It's okay to politely end the meeting early. You don't owe anyone an explanation for prioritizing your safety and comfort. Pay attention to how they treat service staff, like waiters, cashiers, or parking attendants. Someone who is rude or dismissive to service workers is likely to show you the same disrespect eventually. Also notice whether they seem to respect your boundaries and comfort level, or if they push for more intimacy or personal information than you're ready to share. Don't feel pressured to make decisions about future dates during the first meeting. It's perfectly acceptable to say you'd like to think about it and get back to them. Take time after the date to process how you felt and whether you'd like to see them again.
If the date goes well and you're interested in seeing them again, you can still maintain safety precautions for subsequent meetings until you know them better. Gradually increase the length and intimacy of dates as trust builds over time.
Rule 6. Protect your emotional and financial well-being. Dating after 60 requires protecting not just your physical safety, but also your emotional and financial well-being. After decades of life experience, you've likely built up financial security and emotional resilience that you need to safeguard while opening your heart to new possibilities. Let's start with emotional protection. It's natural to feel vulnerable when putting yourself out there romantically, especially if you've been alone for a while or are recovering from the loss of a spouse or partner. This vulnerability, while necessary for forming genuine connections, can also make you susceptible to people who might take advantage of your emotions. Set realistic expectations about online dating. It's unlikely that the first person you meet will be the one. Most people go through several connections before finding someone truly compatible. Think of the process as meeting new people and having interesting conversations, rather than desperately searching for a life partner. This mindset reduces pressure and makes the experience more enjoyable. Don't put all your emotional eggs in one basket. Continue engaging in activities you enjoy, maintaining friendships, and pursuing hobbies even when you're excited about someone new. A healthy relationship should add to your existing fulfilling life, not become your entire world. Be cautious about sharing too much personal information too quickly. This includes details about your finances, health issues, family problems, or past relationship traumas. While sharing these things is part of building intimacy, they should be revealed gradually as trust develops, not as a way to create instant closeness with someone you barely know. Financial protection is equally important. Never, under any circumstances, should you send money to someone you've met online, regardless of how compelling their story might be. This includes direct money transfers, gift cards, paying bills, or any form of financial assistance. Legitimate people who are interested in you romantically will never ask for financial help. Be cautious about sharing financial information. Don't discuss your income, investments, property ownership, or financial planning with people you're just getting to know. Some scammers target older adults specifically because they assume they have accumulated wealth and assets. Protect your personal documents and identification. Don't share photos of your driver's license, social security card, passport, or other identifying documents, even if someone claims they need them for travel or verification purposes. Identity theft can have devastating consequences that extend far beyond your dating life.
Be aware of investment scams that sometimes accompany romance scams. Someone who has gained your trust romantically might try to convince you to invest in supposedly lucrative opportunities or cryptocurrency schemes. Always consult with your financial advisor or trusted family members before making any investment decisions, especially ones suggested by people you've met online.
Monitor your credit reports and bank accounts regularly while you're online dating. This is good practice in general, but it's especially important when you're sharing personal information with people you don't know well. Set up alerts on your accounts so you'll be notified of any unusual activity.
Consider the long-term financial implications of any relationship that becomes serious. At this stage in life, you might have established financial plans for retirement, inheritance for children or grandchildren, or specific arrangements for managing your assets. A new romantic relationship might eventually affect these plans. And that's okay, but make sure any changes are ones you've thought through carefully and discussed with appropriate advisors. Protect your independence. While it's natural to want to share your life with someone special, maintain your own financial accounts, decision-making authority, and support systems. Healthy relationships involve interdependence, not complete dependence. If you do find someone you'd like to build a serious relationship with, take time to have important conversations about finances, family relationships, health issues, and future plans. These conversations don't need to happen immediately, but they should happen before making major commitments or life changes. Don't let the desire for companionship override your better judgment about financial decisions. Some older adults become so lonely or so hopeful about a new relationship that they ignore obvious warning signs about someone's financial motivations. Remember that protecting yourself doesn't mean being suspicious of everyone or closing your heart to possibilities. It means being smart, taking reasonable precautions, and trusting your instincts when something doesn't feel right. Final thoughts. Embracing love at any age. Now that you understand these 6 essential rules for safe online dating after 60, let's put this all into perspective. Dating at this stage of life is different from dating when you were younger, and that's not necessarily a disadvantage. You bring wisdom, life experience, financial stability, and clear priorities to relationships that younger people simply don't have. You know yourself better now than you ever have. You understand what truly matters in a relationship, what you're willing to compromise on, and what your deal breakers are. You're not looking to complete yourself through another person. You're looking to share your already full life with someone special. The statistics about love after 60 might surprise you. According to recent studies, 1 in 3 people over 60 who try online dating find a long-term relationship within a year. People who remarry after 60 report higher levels of satisfaction than those who married young. And contrary to popular belief, romance and physical intimacy don't end at 60. They often become more meaningful and fulfilling. But here's what's most important to remember. You don't need to settle for less than you deserve just because you're older. The right person will appreciate your maturity, respect your boundaries, share your values, and add joy to your life without drama or complications. Take the process at your own pace. There's no timeline you need to follow, no pressure to find someone immediately. If you meet someone wonderful next month, that's great. If it takes a year or longer, that's okay too. Use this time to enjoy meeting new people, learning about yourself, and maybe discovering new interests and activities. Don't let fear hold you back from the possibility of love. Yes, there are risks in online dating, but there are risks in crossing the street or driving to the grocery store too. By following the safety guidelines we've discussed, you can minimize those risks while maximizing your chances of finding something beautiful. Remember that not every connection needs to lead to a serious relationship. You might meet wonderful people who become friends, companions for certain activities, or simply interesting people who broaden your perspective on life. All of these connections have value and can enrich your life in different ways. Stay true to yourself throughout this process. Don't try to be someone you're not to attract matches. The right person will appreciate your authentic self, including your quirks, your life experiences, and yes, even your age. You've earned every one of your years and all the wisdom that comes with them. Be patient with the technology. If you're not comfortable with computers or smartphones, ask for help from tech-savvy friends or family members. Many community centers and libraries offer classes on using technology for older adults. The initial learning curve is worth it for the opportunities it opens up. Keep your existing support systems strong. Continue nurturing relationships with friends and family members. Stay involved in activities and communities that matter to you. A healthy romantic relationship should complement these connections, not replace them. And finally, remember that finding love after 60 is not just possible. It's happening every day. Thousands of people your age are discovering deep, meaningful relationships that bring joy, companionship, and love to their golden years. Your best years don't have to be behind you. Love, adventure, companionship, and happiness are all still possible. By approaching online dating with wisdom, caution, and an open heart, you're giving yourself the gift of possibility, and that might just be the most beautiful gift of all. The journey to finding love again starts with a single step. You now have the knowledge and tools to take that step safely and confidently. Your perfect match might be just one click away, ready to discover the amazing person you are and to share in the next chapter of your life's adventure.